Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third episode of our Super Flat series. Here we're just outside Barton. In the last episode, if you'd watched, we had been putting in this railway line, which we're going to continue being raised above the roads to allow for some aesthetic bridges like this. While off camera, I went and downloaded a couple mods, which allow us to, believe it's under this, yep, add some of these to add some more detail. So we're going to go with, where am I looking here? End block can be in the middle, I think, is what I want. 2 tracks. At position 1. Because we want to keep it off the road. Yeah, so 1 there. And then we're going to go with 1 just there. I'm going to want the same thing for this road. I don't think it snaps to the road like it does. No. It doesn't snap to the road like it does with the rails. So we're going to want that almost. How can I get that to go a little bit over? Where's road offset? No. Maybe not. Maybe we won't be able to do this for the roads. Because I need like a 3.25 for this. It doesn't look too bad. Do front on this side. See if I can line it up with the bridge. No, because I still want. I'm going to see the brickwork. Guess we're not going to get to see the brickwork. Yeah, it's a little bit more detail for under here. The bridge isn't exactly working, but it's a road bridge, so no, exactly, don't really care. This, however, looks really nice. So, we're going to push play, and from here we're going to bring this railway line over here to Sudbury, replacing that bus line. Sudbury I'm going to have as a 4-track, because we're going to bring another track out of it and take it down to Baldock and have the line that we're currently working on here continue through. So we're going to come down into Sudbury. Start with just the tracks, 120 km/h tracks. Up by... Nope. 3.5. Again, same bridge. Same green as well. Green actually looks kind of nice. When the game catches up, there we go. And then we're going to extend it out. And this will be on terrain. So a bit of built up land here. And same in this direction. Extend the bridge a little bit longer, and then have that. And then we can put back in these retaining wall things. I need no offset here. Where I can get the terrain to line up. I have to do some smoothing already. Do a little bit of smoothing out. Get the terrain to line up a little bit better. bit more like that. Bring up the terrain a little bit around them. Gives these bridges a little bit more structure to them. Now we can go with a 4-track version of this, which we're going to leave at 160 for now, because we have no reason to make it any bigger. Cost $1 million just to put that station in, because we're raising it up. Alright, yeah, we need to redo those, because we're going to need them 4 tracks wide, not 2 tracks. Assets, 4 tracks wide. There we go. Snip it back to the bridge. Try and keep a little bit of speed in through here. I do want to have a spin that around and have the buildings themselves on the other side, like this. We can do a similar thing as to what we did over in Barton, of bringing the road up. Connect it in, which means we can have some stations there. Get rid of 3 after 2 come up here. No, we could probably keep that, yeah. Keep it, so then it goes around that way. And then I want the counterclockwise loop. So 5, 6. From 6 we go here, make 7. And then going to be the other side. I guess you are too. Yeah. So you come out, come round, and then go back across. And now it's a case of hooking up 2 of those tracks over here, and then the other 2 tracks going to come this way, I guess. That was the plan. Don't need to be anywhere near that tight. Probably come out a bit more like this. The expensive endeavour, bring it up on a raised embankment. Because that's $1 million just there. So if I have the money to make this bit, I do. I've got 1.2 mil to run the rest of this. So we had enough money just to connect that little stretch, even with that 5 million we had in the bank. Okay, no crossover on the bridge, I guess. Crossover's after the bridge. Keep them close to the station. Now we're going to need a temporary crossover here. We're running left-hand drive trains, because we're running UK here. Obviously the road is right-hand drive, but it requires mods and everything else to top that around. It's a pain. So we're coming up on the left, and come back down on the left. So, yep, UK semaphore. Get there. Then we'll want another one around here. Another set around there. If it would let me place it. Okay. Get one more set here before we get the set just before the crossover here. And we might as well do both crossovers while we're here. Nice. So, actually we'll do this the other way around. Sudbury via Barton for now. In Barton it's going to go onto that platform. Yep. So, train passenger. If I didn't, I need not to start here. Sudbury via Barton. And we're going to put that in a nice dark red actually. I know that's what colour the bricks are, but for a passenger train, dark red actually looks kind of nice. Now it's a question of getting the depot in. Don't think we need the depot up at that same height so we're not going to have it up at that same height. I'm going to put the depot in down here, and then work the tracks as tight as they go. Cross it over there, again tight as they go, and bring it down. Too much slope. Okay, bring it down into there. Too much curvature. There you go. And then if I can extend this out a bit longer, which honestly I will do for right now, just to make sure I don't forget to do this. If I have any trains down this end of the line, we're going to have another crossover here, and then it connects in like this. And if it would let, there you go, like that. Double slip strip both of those. Signals in the right places. There you go. So now it's just a case of getting the money. Let's put a train together, and then we can get rid of the Barton to Sudbury line. Because there's no reason to have a bus line going this way if there's a train line doing it right here. And the train makes more money. And off this train station is connected to central hubs. How much would a reasonably small train cost? Go look at some steam locomotives. Actually, look at the passenger cars first. This is the only thing we have at the moment. So it's going to be expensive anyways, because this is all we have. And 37 mile an hour. Well, something close to that. It's relatively cheap. $37. This does 37. Don't need that much horsepower though, it's on a flat. That does 37. This does 37, but it's more expensive. This is that cheap, no, it's just 28 miles, it's 28. Expensive. 25. I think these saddle tankers are our best bet here. Don't need all the horsepower, so leave it at that. It's only 2 mil. That's probably our best bet, is doing that. Through to Sudbury's needing more vehicles. Spend money to make money. Double that line. Yep, food on the freight line. How many trucks have I got on the freight line? 3. Good. We got a lot on that one. Only 2 on this one. This one's still being overworked though. Still making losses on passengers, but it's not that big a deal when I'm making this much in freight. And actually this line's making a lot of money now. These freight lines are making alright amounts of money. Look at the amount of lines I've got there just going through Sudbury. The freight lines, the passenger lines going everywhere, brick lines, food. It's quite a major place. Obviously the terrain work around here is a little bit rough, but don't really have the money to spend on flattening all this out just yet. Nice bridge here. Yeah, this embankment brings the tracks all off the ground. It makes it a little bit more interesting. Having a train running above the ground rather than just on the ground. And it means, like I said, bridges like this are possible on pretty much every road. It makes it a lot more interesting. Because if I was to have like an industry here, just carve a road through, chop a little bit off, make a bridge, and put one of those in. Makes it a lot more interesting of scenery to go look at. Rate of 88. What are the 2 rates of these now? 20 and probably, yeah, 21, so still double. Which is good. It's what it needs to be. Freight to Barton's still not got enough on it really. Just come in, like, have a zoom in down here and watch just like all the different horses run around. It's quite interesting actually. wonder if we're getting. Yes, we do have. We do have them. They're not needed, but these are. Certain capacity, they go faster though. They're needed. So we're going to start with the green line, if I can. Yep. 1.2. Okay, we have got 35 vehicles on that line. I'm gonna pause the game. Keep going down until I can't. There you go. So I get 11 of them now. Same capacity, just they drive a bit faster. Do 16 mile an hour instead of 12. Was it 11 before? I think it was 11 before. Yeah. No, they do 12. They do 12. These do 16. Just for the 5, it's going to be 180k. It's not a nice amount of money. Basically paying out for brand new stuff, so. Yeah, I'm pretty much paying brand new price for them at this point. Great, this line is going to slowly go up. Stone capacity is just a little bit faster. Still using wooden wheels, but no, we're slowly catching up to this guy. I do apologise for the occasional cough. There you go, next one. Get the next one down the road. And then if we can get the next one down the road. And then we'll start getting one coming back. Get you next. I think I've done all the ones going down here. Might be some behind me. Quick look. Yeah, still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. Still got 11 of them. Fill up on green. Come on. There you go. Turn around and start heading back. New loads of grain. Get up to top speed. And as we go back I can catch any this thing. What even is this thing? The DMG canister. Never heard of it. That's not a horse. Is that a horse? Nope, that ain't a horse either. Where are the horses? You're not a horse. You're not a horse. Not you. Not you. Where the hell are these horses? Where are you? Oh, they're all kind of in one area. $223,000. Come on. Give me a little bit more money, game. A little bit more. A little bit more. There you go. Right, the grain line is now entirely converted to electric truck. I'm going to assume they're electric. They sound electric. German motor company with a German engine, and that doesn't help. I assume electric because they don't sound like they're petrol. Either way, next freight line will be stone probably. They got 20 vehicles. Not now. Start with this actually. Still gonna cost 120k. Most of these are brand new. Just do the 4 brand new ones, it's only going to cost 50. Doing the 4 older ones cost 70. Or 2 older ones, sorry. That ups that line, that rate, the rate on that line. Start swapping some of these out for these things. I'm right on board with them as I go around. We need to swap out the rest of these. There's what, 15 of them? Yeah. Cost 500,000. Yeah, we can sit around and watch as this goes around. We'll wait for money. We can see how much Barton has grown, which is not a lot, despite being currently at a 70% increase. It's not really growing to the expectations I had for it. Line usage is low, supplies is alright. It's growing, it's just not growing very fast. I mean, it is only the 1890s, so I mean, I don't expect overly a large amount. No, where's my freight truck gone? Where are you? I think it was you. Get back with you. We don't have enough money for this. $520,000, 50,000 off. Not even that much off. 10,000. There you go. The whole Barton freight line has now been reimagined with some electric trucks. No, diesel. I'm surprised by that actually. They don't sound like diesels. No, to each their own. If it's a diesel, it's a diesel. But up to the station, we're going to drop off any food here? Yep, we're going to drop it all off for 10 grand. Nice. So next line will be probably food, because apparently there's only 5 vehicles on this line. I would have thought I'd have more on here. Do one at a time because these are old vehicles. Like really old. They're going to cost me quite a bit of money to replace. Like basically full price for every vehicle. And there we go. The whole Barton food line has been replaced. Still at a rate of only 20. So the increased top speed does not help. They're worth 4 at a time now for rate 28. Then if I get some more money in here, eventually game. Chuck one more on there. Put it up to 32. That's at a rate of 32. You're still at a rate of 20. And you got 10 vehicles on you there. 260,000. That's what we're waiting for now. Just kind of nice to just go to like sit here, just watch as things run around. You got the freight trucks that go that way. You're coming back down and around. You got grain trucks that are leaving to go get more grain. Got a train running around. Don't sit stare from here for the train running this way, but we don't, because the train's just gonna come in and go back out that way. It's unfortunate. I should have put the train station on this side. Swap them over depot and station, but oh well. What train's going over when I have a town to the... What we were saying, that's north, weren't we? Yeah, this is the north corner. So when we have it to the southeast, I assume. Because you're like northwest of here. Yeah, southeast would be following. This is the southeast road. So yeah. Any town in that direction is southeast of Barton. I just be able to watch from here. There's trains right at the top, trucks from underneath. Speaking of which, we have enough to do the Sudbury line now. Place them all. Goes from 20. Still 20. 4 mile an hour increase on that, on a line this long. Still 20. Surprised, honestly. 31. One more in there for 33. That's fine. Means this could... No, it's at 104 now. So it felt the effects of faster trucks. It's just that isn't. You don't need to be doing anything until you lot are sorted. 10, as old as they are, 300,000. But I'm going to do this line first. And probably chuck a couple more on. Because it needs it. And one more. It's a rate of 40. It's 10 per truck. I mean, it's just going up there around. Any expenses on the... Nope. Still mostly just straight and commercial around here. So that's fine. So that bricks the Barton then. 300,000. We're just about 100,000 now. You got a little bit of catchment around. So I guess yeah, it makes sense for getting passengers. Actually overloading. Expand the platforms a little bit. See if that gives it enough. Yeah, because it's now got 48 capacity per second instead of 24, I'm guessing. This line could use more than 10 horses on it. Who would guess? It's not worth switching to a steam car because this does the same speed. That's faster for smaller capacity, so not worth it. Upgrade this brick line first. Updating with those. Guess we're up to 25 now. But more importantly, we're going to start adding more horses here. It's 47,000 a horse. Given we only have 10 going the whole length of this line, I'm not surprised they're making money actually. Probably running almost full on everyone. Come on, game. Don't put me into a negative spout now. There we go. 1 horse. 2 horses. Almost got a 3rd. Nearly a 4th. Nope. Not yet. When it wants to give me enough money for a 4th horse. 4 horses. Nope, we lost the money immediately. What's this? It's only got 4 on this line. So I get this up to 16. Leave this at 16, then when I put the train in, I give these 4 over to this line. 1 more horse for now. Start at 10. Add an extra 50%. Oh, no, an extra 60% to the line. Now we're going to save up for this train. Because really want a train. Cost 2 mil, but it's probably worth it. Because as long as it's running at least half full both directions, it will make money. So I guess I'm going to sit here and wait until we can afford this train, and I will catch you guys when we can. And welcome back. We are almost at the 2 million needed for this wonderful train. Just a little bit longer and we'll be having it. So for the time being, we can have a look and see what else is going on. See if these line rates have increased for starters. That's up to 40 now. That's up to 40 as well. This is still doing 107, so grain is still coming in faster than we're using it. You have gone up to 30. You're up to 50, which means we need a rate of 80 at least, which means we're actually now currently on a lack. We're actually not producing, we're not delivering stone fast enough, but we'll focus on that after we've got this wonderful train on the line. We get to see what this nice dark red train looks like with its single passenger coach. And here we go. See what this beauty looks like. Little nice tender. Tank engine. Nice red coach pulling onto the line. Makes his first ever stop here at Barton Station. Love that whistle. I wonder what the point of this is. It's a brake. It's like a little brake box on the top of the van, on the top of the truck. a little brake bit in there. Nope. You can see the little brake mechanism up here, can't you? I think that's what that is. Maybe that's the coupling system. Not too sure. Either way, soldiering on at 37 mile an hour on our nice elevator track all the way along Sudbury. We got any passengers? No, we have no passengers at Sudbury just yet. This does mean, however, I can now move all of these over to this line, and I can go over here, manage this line, and scrap that passenger line. Because we no longer need it, because we've got a train. 7 people waiting for the train now. Crosses over, pulls into the station, picks up all. We had an 8th person join us on the platform just in time for the train to leave the station and go soldiering back its direction. While we're here real quick, we're going to upgrade a couple of these to these new trucks. I think we can do 10 for right now. 11. We can do 11 of them for right now, of the 20. Nice. And then when we come back again on the train, I'll upgrade the rest of them hopefully, because we should have enough money by then. Passengers and cargo are actually quite equal, which is unique to this kind of play, because you don't normally see that. Normally cargo rapidly exceeds the amount of passengers transported, purely because there's more of it. Again, we're soldiering back down the line, carrying all 8 people, which they can only go into Barton because it's basically a point-to-point line at the moment. It's not a through line, so right now it should be banging back and forth. Anyone making a Barton? We've got 2 people waiting at Barton, 3 people waiting at Barton to go to Sudbury. There's a 4th person coming up to join them on the platform. 85,000, not 8 people. 4 people heading back the other direction. 1 person still on the platform. Love hearing that chug. Probably use a couple more vehicles on this line at the moment actually. But right now, focusing on the stone line. Which actually we can do as we go back across, I guess. There we go. All of those can be converted. Right, and this line is now 60. I think we need a lot more than that though. So, start adding some trucks to this line. 66, because I'm pretty sure we need, what, a rate of 80, I think it is. We've got rate of 30 there, rate of 50 there, so yeah, we need a rate of 80 on the stone line itself. Which will probably slowly increase as it goes on, but we might as well help it out, at least get up there. There's no harm in having more of a rate than we need. 26 would be fine for me. 78 compared to what, 70, it's 50 plus 20, 29, 79. Yeah, 78 79 should be fine. 23 people heading back this direction, so this train might actually already be profitable. Yeah, because we've got 23 coming back the other direction. Nice. That train should start bringing in some nice profits, and then eventually we can add another car and make it even more profitable when more people want to head to Sudbury. Grain line is still bringing in grain at a nice speed. 106 is currently making $500,000 profits. Profitable, definitely making profits. Freight line's making profits around Sudbury. Add 2 more, get that rate up a little bit more. Not making profits, not a lot of profit, because you've got a lot longer of a line. Make this go up to 25 when I can afford to. And there we go, 25. Train's just pulled in. Made a nice chunk of change. Made a nice 250k. The train is definitely a profitable line. Could it be time to start expanding? Well, I guess southeastern. This is the south line, this is the east line. So maybe it's time to start expanding southeast. Grab another road, and we start expanding this way. Start expanding this way. going to put the station in first, actually, because I want the town to build around the station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get a nice bridge right across this road. This will be the middle of town. I want that to be green. A little bit on this side. Do a little bit on this side for now. And then put a two-track station, 160 meter, 700,000, nearly there. Need that train to turn up one more time pretty much, and we'll have the money for it. Might not even need the train in the first place. Maybe we do. If I say that and the money goes straight back down. A little bit more. There we go, station's in. So I'll put the one road we need in, and then I'll build the town. The one road we need is the road that goes up towards the station. So you put it in flat for now. Put this road in flat. Yep. And then bring it down to the road. Like that. And then we're going to take... No, we're going to take these tracks first, because I get the feeling if I don't do this, it's going to decide it wants to build these like I need to put the tracks. A little bit more angle on that. Another 100k to go right there. And then we can put a large town, Brentwood. We're going to the town of Brentwood. Level that off. Again, bridge. It's a very short bridge here. Nope, don't join it up to the road. Take it off from up here. 40,000. Then this other side is going to be a lot cheaper than that, 12,000. We immediately hit into negatives though, because I didn't save enough money for paying off vehicles. At some point we'll get the money. There you go. Also going to connect these roads together. Straight like that actually. Bring that back up that way. No, so we're going to curve it from... We're going to start curving it from there. Keep it at least 60, so 61 works. Put it up on foundations. Wait for money. Bridge. Nice green bridge again. Now I want more of a overlap. I don't want the road coming straight. I don't want the road being that close. Not the road. I don't want the terrain being that close to it. No, I'll just bring it out flat. I'll bring it out straight actually. Probably just be easy to bring it out straight, and that's going downhill, so that's not going to work. Joined onto the road. There we go. A little bit finicky when you're doing this. Level 69,000. Pause it again because we're putting a bridge in. 25,000, and then try and keep speed up through the corner for when we do want to expand this way. So 123,000 for that. At some point we'll get the money because the train should come in at some point. I'm assuming the train will be close to full loads every time at the moment. Yep, there you go. Nice delivery from that train. So again, left-hand drive. Train will come in on this side, into this side of the tracks. signal, signal. Have 2 more signals here and here, and then we work on connecting this bit, which is probably going to cost about 2 mil. Probably something like that. At least in the range of that much for one side of the track. Yeah, 2.8 to get a line that curves like this. So it's going to be a while before we can expand this. This train will make it a lot easier though. Not having this train running back and forth will make it a lot easier to connect to expand. Because we're making some decent money every time with this train. The horses make probably about 10-20,000 per station. This makes like something like 100,000. Not running half full this time. It's a small problem. Because what, 19 is the halfway? Yeah, 19 is the halfway mark. So this delivery won't actually pay for the train, won't even cover the train's finances right now. I made 800k in the last quarter. I don't know. I can't remember what that 5 means in fact of the 1892, but in fact this train is making money. It's pretty much making money both directions. Because now we've got 20 people coming this direction. Because you've got people walking up from both of these to come up here to the train station. And you can see all the people crossing over now. 23 going back that direction. 3 people waiting, 4 people, 6 people. It's doing a pretty decent job. And then it heads back this direction again. Back up to Sudbury, which currently has 21 people waiting. And given it's probably got time for horses to come around again. No, there's only 2 horses on the line. Get 4 horses per line, please. I wonder it's not shipping people around a lot. Especially on a line like this. Most of them want to go back to Sudbury, which is this line. Yeah, we've got 30 people from here. Want to go one stop and come here. This probably doesn't help like this massive hill, given how slow that horse goes up that hill. Another 8 people coming into the station. Gonna have a full train and leave a person. Well, no, we're not. We've got 30 people. Train can take 38. What am I on about? Full train. No, we're not. This would be nice to have like a bunch of trains running in and out of here. I think we're going to hook up to Brentwood, and that will be the end of today's episode because I've been recording for nearly an hour now. And we've been doing about an hour recording per episode so far. So once we hook up Brentford, we'll wait for the train to do a run into Brentford and run back out. And then we will leave it there. Again, I'd really like Barton to start expanding a little bit more, but I just don't think we're getting that expansion just yet. We've got 80% currently. Total population should be 285, which is where it is at the moment. We are getting a little bit of residential expansion here, and a little bit of industrial expansion over there. So it is expanding slowly. It's just taking its time. Now, if I was to look at... Is it... No, it's this... Nope. Which one is it? That one. Yeah. We got industrial around here. Commercial here. A little bit commercial down here. So this one... Yeah, this one gets a bit of commercial use. This one gets most commercial use. Any bricks and things are normally dropped off in these two, I'm going to assume. Because they're kind of connecting most of the industrial. That connects up to most of that. So, most of it is served by what it needs to be served by. We've got no more passenger vehicles yet. This was available in 1981, so I assume it's going to be a while. Probably 1900 before we get another passenger vehicle. Almost at the 2.9 mil we need for one side of this. That's 160,000 if I don't want to do the bridge. It's 2.8 if I... It's 2.84 if I do it as terrain, so... Probably, hopefully just this one last run back. With, yeah, nearly full train. Should be plenty. We're at 2.5 right now. 2.6. Nearly 2.7 right now. That train coming back will definitely push us over the edge if we don't right now. Yeah. So I think that we're waiting on that train to come back. And then we'll be able to put this in. Where's that train? About halfway. Might not need the train. No, I think we will. Because we keep getting up to about 2.8 and then it drops back down. 2.8. Okay, no, never mind. I lied. And then we need to run... We need 800,000 to run the other section. And an full train gets me... Or gets us... 300,000. So, no, we're gonna need a little bit more. Probably one more run of that train. Goes out of that. You're running a full load back the other direction now. Nice. Go to about here for now. And then this last chunk will be about 300,000. 300, yeah, 300,000 exactly. Well, 300,177, but no one cares about the pennies. Not when it's 300 grand. Pennies don't really matter at that point. So we're going to start making fuel or goods soon. I think fuel will be the next process we make because I'm pretty sure two of the towns down, both these towns, yeah, you two both want fuel. You two both want goods. And you want tools. So you're being difficult. Come on. Okay, never mind. We can drop it back down again. A full load of passengers going back this direction. And it's 400,000. It's plenty. Right, we're going to pause. Put signals in. Don't need a lot of signals because we're only running one train at the moment, but just in case we start running two. Yeah, I think that's enough signals. Right. So you can come out of Barton. Into here. And then run back. I want to swap sides of Barton now. Swap that side. Train's got no path, that's fine. But now it goes all the way out to Barton. It comes all the way out to Brentwood. And then comes back in. So you're just leaving Sudbury. Which is perfect. So we're going to do a run from Sudbury down and back. So there's plenty of people waiting then. Pick those up. Everyone wants to go to Barton at the moment, so I'm not surprised about. Because it is probably where they all expect these trains to go and only go. So, with an full train heading towards Barton. What does it look like? Supposed to be the first person. Yes, there's no different camera angles in the cockpit. There's no using this angle. Look at that, real capacity. A nice full train here to the right. I'm assuming this would be like 16 people normally. And an extra 22 people. No. No. They're all getting on to go to Sudbury. Makes it confusing. Given this train's going away from Sudbury right now. Once we get to Brentwood, I'm going to let it come back from Brentwood. And then I will leave it there for today. And we will start with the bus line in Brentwood and probably fuel. Will be the first thing we do next episode. So we'll let this run into Brentwood. It's taking its time. Brentwood's actually looking like quite an interesting town to be working with. Pulls into Brentwood. Makes no money because no one actually wanted to get off in Brentwood. Full train leaving Brentwood though. You know what? Given it's full train, we're gonna do this. We got enough money to add a second coach. Let this train make even more money now. Running its way back towards going back towards Barton, then back into Sudbury, and like I said, once we get to Sudbury, that'll be the episode for today. And I'll catch you guys next week for when we are going to be starting the fuel industry, which will help service Morecambe, Baldock, and our new town Brentwood. But first things first, next episode, I'm going to prioritise putting a passenger loop around Brentwood to try and get more passengers moving. And hook up a little bit more of this road network here that I've got a mess of right now. Look at 68 people wanting to go to Sudbury. This is going to make some mega money. Make some proper cash money moolah. Proper moolah. Leaving Barton for the final time this episode. Use this as the perfect time to get a screenshot for thumbnail. There you go. Good first person for this last little bit. Past the semaphore signals. Across our lovely wide bridge. And to Sudbury we go. 64 people waiting on the platform. Made 800,000. And that is where we'll leave today's episode, guys. Just gonna give it a quick save. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all again next week. Please like if you enjoyed content, subscribe if you want to see more of this, and comment down below if you have any suggestions or if you have anything you'd like to see in the following episodes. For now, guys, adios, and stay safe.